Hello, everybody. We are in the International Real Estate Call for Thursdays, and we're going to be covering Costa Rica today. So first, please get your phones out, and you feel free to scan all the QR codes that you'll be seeing. They'll bring you to, resources, links, things you can follow to learn more about the next calls coming up. Today we have a guest. His name is Cesar Romano. He is licensed in Florida, but also covers the Costa Rica market, and he's going to share more about his experience right now. And I know that Costa Rica is not in our EXP network, but with him being in Florida as well, you will be able to work with him for referrals. You can find him on Instagram as Cesar_Romano_. Please introduce yourself, whether you're here or in the recording. In the description in YouTube, you can put your name, where you're from, what's your current market, and what country you are in, so we can know more about you and send you referrals. The purpose of this call is mostly for networking, knowledge sharing from different countries, community building, and some announcements that we have once agents share with us on different events and different tours around the world. So stay tuned on that. Also, this opens the door for co-sponsorship. If you know an agent in a different part of the world and you might want to attract an agent that same way, maybe you can connect and have that local support as well if you're thinking about growing your team. Who's this call for? Is for real estate agents from anywhere around the world. There can be new agents. You don't need a certification here from other countries. And also any brokerage is welcome as well. About me, this is I'm Natalie. I'm the host of these calls every Thursday, and we bring different countries throughout each week, and then they present part one and part two. One of them is market research, and the other one is comparables, so we can know what you can get for what in different parts of the world. This is my QR code for my Insta, and this is our phone number for any questions you might have. You can text or call us. It's good to join our school community. If you're not, this is the QR code to join, and this will bring you to our community where you'll see all the calendar updates on when the events are happening, what's happening the next week. You can add them to your calendar automatically in your time zone, so you don't have any confusion on when the call is. But then you can get it here. Also, the recordings will be in school as well as YouTube. So stay tuned for that. If you're not a school person, school platform, we have WhatsApp. And this is the WhatsApp group that we are hosting and sharing all the events there. So you get notifications on the events coming up and anything related to international real estate. Something is worth mentioning, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today as well. In Costa Rica, we'll have a real estate tour worldwide with Cesar. If you want to learn more about that, get the dates. This is a QR code for the main website, and then you can navigate through the different events that we'll have throughout the year and the dates and what destinations we're covering. This is a inclusive networking group that travels together, or we meet there, and then we explore real estate internationally in different parts of the world. Not only from, the theory perspective, but also see the listings, go see the properties. And this is super important for educational, because these calls weekly in Zoom are good enough to learn the theory, but you have to go and practice it and understand what you're seeing on the screen. So these are very encouraged. We have one coming up in December in Dominican Republic, and 3 in Mexico, in the Riviera Maya and Yucatan. So stay tuned. December 11th to the 14th, we have Riviera Maya. We're covering Cozumel December 15 and 16, and then Merida, Yucatan, 17 to 21st of December 2025. So don't miss it. Scan and you can learn more information about that. And with that, I'm going to introduce Cesar in a quick bio here. This is not Dubai expert. He's Costa Rica expert. I missed this. Changing this. 23 years of experience in residential, commercial, and international real estate. License and experience in cross-border transactions. Fluent in Spanish, English, and Portuguese, serving a diverse global clientele. He's a certified notary public, offering legal guidance and documentation validation. He specializes in helping international buyers navigate complex real estate processes, and he's known for his ethical service, deep industry knowledge, and multicultural communication skills. And with that, I'm going to introduce Cesar now. if you like to share your screen, and I'm gonna.
Awesome, Natalie. Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation and for the space. I'm very happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. I think we started chatting a little while back, and I really wanted to be able to share with your community and with the space here. So thank you for the invitation, and thank you everyone for joining us. Here, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here. Yeah, and I seem to have a fan base. Michael, it's so great to see you. You've been with me. I hope you come and join us for this upcoming Costa Rican trip because I think it's going to be an awesome time. So here, give me one second. Sorry, let's see here. Let me just go ahead and present my screen. So I have a quick presentation. This is a bit of a summary of what we are working with in Costa Rica. So even though I didn't put it there, I just realized I am also EXP. I'm an EXP agent here in Central Florida. So I work with the Alliance Group in Central Florida. But a couple of years ago, I was invited to an opportunity to Costa Rica. I'm actually Colombian, so nothing to do with Costa Rica. But through the process and through friends, I got an opportunity to go visit this amazing country and just discover what an amazing opportunity it has become to me in my world and for everyone that's actually getting closer to me. So this is a little bit of what we're going to see today. I wanted to give you guys Costa Rica on the map. I think a lot of the times you hear Costa Rica, Costa Rica, Costa Rica, but sometimes it's good to know a little bit of the demographics, the information in the place where you're looking to live or invest. I'm going to talk to you about why Costa Rica, why now, what's the magnetic situation happening there, and why so many people are flocking into the country, and we're going to talk a little bit about us, like who we are, why DreamUp Properties has set themselves in a place to help the community, the international community, join this force of moving there. Also, we're going to talk about pricing. So I have a few things to cover. I'm not going to go too much into properties, but I am going to give you a little preview of what we can talk about in the future. But I mainly wanted to bring you guys some information about how taxes work, what type of visas, and I have a little surprise for you at the end. So that's the little summary that we have for you guys. But let's go ahead and get started. So a little bit about me. I think Natalie did an amazing job explaining who I am. I've been in the industry for longer than I want to admit. I started as a mortgage broker, actually. I did the mortgage side, then did residential, commercial real estate. And a few years back, I opened a notary business. So we are certified RON notaries, remote online notaries. So we service, we're about 14 in our team. And we serve specifically real estate closings. So we only do notary for real estate closings, real estate transactions. That helps people that have people in different states or locations to be able to sign their closing documents simultaneously. So that's where I've kind of focused my energy. And about 3 years ago, I went ahead and I was blessed with the opportunity of opening Costa Rica as a direct broker with DreamUp Properties. When I joined EXP, I wasn't 100% broker, and I joined EXP because they were like, "Oh, we're opening Costa Rica. It's on the works. It's 2 weeks. We're there. We're ready." It's been a long time coming. We're still working on it, so it is still part of the process. But we are getting to create that connection. But in the meantime, I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity and have people miss out on all the great things that are happening there. So we went ahead and opened the brokerage, and that's why we are here today. So let's talk about Costa Rica on the map. Costa Rica is a very small country. There's only about 3 million people. But the amount of, no, there's about 5 million people with about 3 million people visiting the country every year in the level of tourism. But it's a country that's sometimes overlooked. There's a 98% literacy rate. Their green laws are very strong. So 25% of the country is a natural reserve. For being such a small country, it holds 5% of the world's biodiversity. And no army, no natural enemies. They're not fighting with anybody. So it's a very peaceful country. You have the Pura Vida life. truly it's a pleasure to be there and live there. I've been there 6 times this year. Can't wait to go the next time. But I hope you guys join me for the next one. The weather is amazing. They always tell me it's cold, and I'm always in shorts. So you guys will love the weather. And it has a beautiful mix of landscapes. So you have the beach, you have the forest, you have the hot springs. So there's a little bit for everyone. And a great thing for a lot of the visitors is that there's a high percentage of English speakers. The country is known for being a hub for telemarketing companies. So a lot of the people there do speak the language. They're very fluent, and they make it a whole lot easier. And a great thing also is that currency is very strong. Some of the listings that you're going to see, or well, in the future, because I didn't bring a lot of listings for this one, but some of the clients that we have will prefer for us to list in colones because they are telling me that dollar is too volatile. So when you hear the situations, you're like, okay, the country has its a special place. But let's discuss a little bit about what the country's landscape looks like. A lot of the times you hear all these different things, and I want to bring you guys something on the map, okay? So Costa Rica is bordered by Nicaragua on the top, Panama on the bottom, and it has two major airports. You have the San Jose Airport, which is where most people land, or Liberia Airport, which is up here, up in the north, which takes you to all the hot spots. So right now, there's a couple of hot areas. We have the northern developments, which is the Guanacaste Tamarindo development. So you see where most of the people are buying beach properties and stuff like that. They're looking at where Playa Flamingo, Tamarindo, all that area is where people are looking into doing their investments. And you also have San Jose, which is the GAM, or Great Metropolitan Area. As you go south, you start seeing Jacó, Quepos. This is Punta Arenas. This is southern. You still have a certain set of coast, but this one has a different landscape. On average, these locations, or the hotspots locations, are about between an hour to 2 hours and a half from an airport. But something that's awesome is that they're opening a third international airport towards the south, right here near Quepos. A little bit farther south, they're going to have a third international airport with direct flights from all the major cities. So an amazing opportunity for anybody that's looking into invest in any of the areas. You have an airport within a close vicinity. So that, to give you a bit of an idea, the hotspots currently are 3 different areas. The Flamingo, Tamarindo, Guanacaste area, La Fortuna, which if you guys are seeing some of the marketing for Costa Rica, you're going to see that the volcano, one of the most iconic volcanoes is Arenal, which is located near here, La Fortuna, Ciudad Quesada. And then, of course, you have San Jose, which is where you have a lot of the business hub. And here towards the south, where Jacó, Quepos is, we have a couple of developments. So we'll talk a little bit about all the different developments, but I wanted you to be familiar with some of the areas and where things are located. This side, Limon, it's a nicer area. Business there is different. So we just kind of focus our business structure into this side. However, we do have representation in different parts of the country, okay? So let's talk about environment. One of the reasons why Costa Rica has become such an attractive place is because it's safe. And it's safe not only from robberies and stuff, but in the level of financial safety is also well. If you look at historically, Costa Rica has had a very stable currency. It kind of lingers between 500 and 512. And it's been like that for almost the 3 years that I've known it. So easy way to do math for Costa Rica properties. If you see millions, split it in half, and then you have it in dollars at least. So if you have 1 million colones, is $2,000. So very basic on how to do that one. It's become a hub for all of the wellness, surfing, and retreats. You think about a retreat, you think about connection, you think about Costa Rica, and that's really where a lot of the focus has become. And we talk about this 400% increase because we've seen it. I think in previous presentations I've discussed how one of our clients purchased a 1 acre plot about 3 years, 4 years ago, right after COVID. Bought it for 100,000 and now split it into quarter lots, and each quarter lot he's selling for 100,000. I believe he's already sold, and so he's got his now plot with $300,000 to build in his property. So we've seen it. We've seen the development. We've seen the increase, and that's not just an isolated option. It's been throughout the case, and people are looking for options. I know that in Canada, United States, in different parts of the world, people are looking, where can I start a new nest? Seeing the differences in markets, people are looking for options, and Costa Rica has become a very interesting place to be. So one of the things, I've been doing several presentations in the last few days, and I'll get this like, oh well, but we can find cheaper property in other countries, and oh well, Costa Rica is really not the cheapest. And one of the things that I want to portray is that Costa Rica is not your conventional Caribbean market. The type of people, or the profile of people that are looking into purchasing Costa Rica is not necessarily the ones that are wanting to have the little investment property here and there. It's people that are looking into doing some serious investments. So a lot of the focus has been into the luxury market. And pricings, yes, they're higher, with the same concept of the type of people they're attracting. So we talk about different areas like Las Catalinas, for example. If you guys have a little chance to look up Las Catalinas, that is the Portofino of Central America. You're going to see properties that start in $450,000 all the way to the $1 million. And again, if you look it up, you'll see why. You also have developments in different areas where they're doing mega projects. They're bringing centros comerciales. I'm sorry, I got a little glitch. Malls. They're doing malls and doing a lot of investment in the commercial side, which also poses a very interesting opportunity. A lot of the times when we see development in countries, you see people building homes, but then they forget that those homes need commercial services, restaurants, and different places for the businesses to operate. So that also poses a very interesting opportunity for those investors that are looking into opening Costa Rica. Okay, so let's talk about why us. Why DreamUp Properties? When I came into the country, I was faced with what a lot of people find in Latin American countries. Hand deals, I shake the hand and, yes, I'll pay you, no, I won't. Very informal. And we wanted to change that. So one of the things that we wanted to do is like, okay, how can we make a parallel for people that are in different countries that are used to a different rhythm to be able to create that parallel? So we as DreamUp Properties have created that, or have strived to create that parallel. So right now we have, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the alliances that we've already created, but the idea of us is for you to be able to feel like you're dealing in US or even Canada with the same setup. Kind of follow a similar structure when it comes to transaction, financing, and different opportunities. So our main focus has been, how do we make these agents be as professional as they can be? So we have a direct connection to the Chamber of Realtors. So the Board of Realtors in Costa Rica, which connects with NAR. We do have one of our business partners who is part of the managing members of the CBBR, which is the Chamber of Realtors. And we've secured different alliances. So I'll talk a little bit about the alliances. And one of the things that we've created for you is we want to do business. We want to do business with anybody that wants to do business with us. So a lot of the materials that we've created it in a way that they can be shared. They can be shared with your clients. They can be shared amongst anyone. They don't have our information, so they're virgin. They can be shared with whoever. We do have a registration form in which people can go ahead and notate who can we thank for referring them. So it helps you to be able to have materials to share with your clients, to show them what we have, and not have to worry on how do we track this. So there's a very good tracking system that we've developed with that. So what we've done with DreamUp Properties is that we've created a lot of alliances. We want it to feel like home. So how do we make it feel like home? We are working with an escrow, a title company, in which the funds are handled through this escrow company. Give the people the tranquility and security that you're not going to give it to some builder that's never going to develop, that's never going to do anything, to a realtor, to an agent, to a seller. Just drop off your money and hope for the best. We've made sure that anytime you're transferring any funds, they're coming into a secure location where you can recover if anything goes wrong. We have a very strong legal team that can help us not only with creating the structure that's required for you to purchase, but also if you want to move there. If you're looking to relocate into the Costa Rican market, you can as well, and we can help you with all that. We have architects and we have relocation specialists, which we'll talk a little bit but for future events on how you can get to hear a little bit about some of our relocation specialists and their information. So that in a nutshell is us. We are different in a way that we offer not only a particular project. One of the things that I've had, I spoke with actually, I'm going to be in the International Expo. I was very fortunate to be invited by Annie to present out in Toronto at the end of this month. So I'm going to be out there sharing some of this information. But one of the things that she mentioned that I loved was, I like that you don't only offer one particular project. You offer a variety of options for people to be able to see what benefits them. And, if you have a client and no, they don't want the $2 million property, they're looking for something simple, we can give you guys the flexibility of having something that's small, entry level, or having something that is on a larger scale. So we do have all the different services. So let's talk about pricing. I do have property as low as $40,000. I have lots that you can purchase in decent areas, accessible, with water, with electricity. So it's not in the boonies, with as low as $40,000. And I do have different homes. When you look at our website, of course, we market some of the larger stuff that we have. But if people are looking, hey, I just need an entry-level home. I'm looking for a little second home. It doesn't have to be in a commercial area. I just want to have something. We do have homes starting at $120,000. So it's an opportunity for clients that are wanting to just dive into the country without having to do a larger expense. Okay. So what is the buying process? With us, it's about 30 to 90 days, depending on how we set things up. We do have people create an entity, an SRL or LLC equivalent. What that does, it gives you the protection of being able to invest in a country, but under a local entity. So it serves for tax purposes, for ownership purposes, and one of the beautiful things is that you don't necessarily have to have a visa for the country to be able to own property there. You can go in, you can purchase property, you can have title onto the property under your SRL, but you don't have to have a visa requirement. I just saw that the requirement was I missed a letter, so I'll fix that. But you can do buy and hold. A lot of people are looking, okay, where can I park my money for at least a couple of years where it's going to be a good investment, a good return on my money. And Costa Rica has proved to be an amazing location for you to do that. If you want to do a little buy and hold, if you want to buy and build, it's also more affordable. And we have the people who can help you purchase your lot and develop either a single property or a small development, whatever your dreams in your budget desires. And we can help you if you're looking to move there. We have an opportunity, and financing is available. We have up to 80% for primary home purchase in Costa Rica for my foreign nationals. And we can help you with the visa process, and we can help you get to the place with 80% financing. So great to start. If you're looking for an investment property, I can do 30%. So 20 to 30% is the lowest we can do. And of course, all the other options may vary. So a lot of people have asked me lately, hey, what are taxes like in Costa Rica? I don't know, here in Florida, it's kind of starting to be 2 to 3% in some of the locations. So it's getting quite pricey. So good news, Costa Rica is not that expensive. You're looking at about 0.25% to 1.5%, depending on where you're purchasing. And things to consider when you're okay, what else is involved into my mortgage? They do require for you to have home insurance. So there's a factor, it's 0.0017 to 0.0019 per million of colones. So whenever you do the calculation, see how many millions you're paying in colones, times this factor, and you know what your insurance is like. And they also have like a debt insurance. So if you're lending any type of funds, you're going to have to pay this lending insurance. Closing costs are about, like the transfer fees are about 1 to 2%, depending on the property that you're looking for. So that one is a little bit on the higher side, but the legal fees are negotiable. So you may have somebody that will charge you $1,000, somebody that will charge you $700. We'll have the different people, and depending on the services that you are acquiring with them, you can get a pretty decent deal. This takes me to visas. I think I've wanted this presentation to be answering a lot of the recent questions that I've received. Like, what are some of the ways that I can make it into the country and stay? I don't want to be going in and out. I want legal status. I want the benefits of being able to be there. The good thing about it is that when you have a status, a kind of like a resident status, you're only short one thing. You can't vote. But otherwise, you have the ability to have access to any services, medical services, financing services. So everything that the country offers, you can, got skipped. Everything that the country offers, you have access to with any of the statuses, okay? So a few options there is being able to be a pensionado. Pensionado is a retiree. Hey, I've met my age, which is 65 in Costa Rica. I've met my age. I want to move there. I want to reside there. And what's my process? As long as you have a pension that you can prove that you're having a pension, it's a minimum of $1,000. It's really not much. You can go ahead and get a pensionado status. Of course, it's a process. You have to file it. It takes a couple of months, but you should be able to get that one. If you don't meet the age requirement, you can be a rentista. Rentista is somebody that has rental income. So you can prove you have rental income, and it's equivalent to that. You should be able to also get a visa as a rentista without having to meet the age requirement. And last but not least, of course, if you have the money and you're looking to purchase a home and you're going to invest at least $150,000, you can get your standard resident visa. With that, the advantage is that you can do it with the purchase of a home, but you don't have to. As long as you do an investment in the country of $150,000 minimum, then you should be able to have access to the visa option as an investor. So I feel that, compared to a lot of countries, it's very, very flexible to be able to be in the country. Like I said, you don't necessarily require the visa, but if you wanted to stay there longer than a certain period, then it would be ideal. Okay. So I wanted to kind of give you, again, a little medley of the opportunities just as an overview, and we can set up a different time to maybe discuss or go farther into one of either of these options. But just so you know what we have, I wanted to share with you some of these things. One of our flag developments is this one. Is called The Forest Coexists with Intention. It is a beautiful property being developed in Punta Leona. Punta Leona is a secluded area. No, sorry, not secluded. It's an exclusive area where you have to have a membership in order for you to be part of this community. Our properties already come with the membership purchase. So it is one of the add-on benefits that you receive. We're going to have their stilt style condos or duplexes as they call them, but they have all of the comfort of modern life, except they are in the middle of the forest. We're about 10-15 minutes from the beach, from a world-class golf course, 18 golf course, near Los Sueños, and we have a full-service marina. So anybody that's looking into having a second home, this one is not so directed to the Airbnb market. They want more residents here. So, if you're doing it a second home or an investment property, you can, but they're looking for more of a longer term, not like a short-term rental style option. But there's only 44 units. And with this one, we only require $5,000 to be able to reserve your lot. So you reserve your lot with $5,000, and then you have the construction period for you to pay in your 20 or 30%, depending on what you decide. So you can start paying into it. And once the property is ready to be delivered, then you'll finance the rest. And that's how we are working. And this is in Javier Salinas development. Javier Salinas is a very famous architect in the country. So you have a lot of support and backing for this particular project. We also have coastal. I think that, some of you guys that have been in my previous presentations have seen coastal. We have 3 mountains for sale, literally 3 mountains that give you the flexibility of being able to pick your lot, pick your location, and pick your budget. So they're about 10-15 minutes from the beach, but most of these lots do have a sea view. So from there, from where you're at, from the mountain, you'll be able to see you'll be able to see the ocean. So beautiful properties out there. And again, we can extend, we'll do a full presentation of each one of these projects, but I just want to give you a little medley on each one of them. A big hotspot in the country is Guanacaste. Guanacaste is, think of Guanacaste like a state. And then you have Tamarindo within Guanacaste, and then you have other cities. But Guanacaste is where the boom kind of originated and where most of the people have, starting to invest. And we have properties such as this one. This is a boutique hotel that we have for sale. So again, we do residential and we do commercial. A lot of the commercial stuff that we're doing is a lot of the boutique hotels and smaller Airbnb type options. But this one, for us, is one of our flagship properties as well that we're offering. It's about 3.2 and it's producing about $500,000 a year. So great opportunity. And again, in Guanacaste, we can find stuff from $180,000 and above. So just to keep that in mind. And then what you get with these developments that we're showing you, we want you to have a reconnection, a different environment, a different living. People that are looking for a awesome, Michael. Sorry, I was reading the comment. I just want to make sure that I was keeping up. But yes, so our goal is for you to have that tropical living, but in an elevated scale. We're looking for you to have all of the benefits of being in a beautiful country with all of the security of purchasing and relocating there if that's what you desire. So we talked about the sales process timeline, and most people are here. Let me see. Most people are looking into what is the process, and we've discovered that most people want to do research. Like very few people will purchase out of a phone or out of a picture. They want to go see it, touch it, and experience it. So, part of the surprise that we have for you guys is this research visit offer and deal. We've made it to where here's our surprise. We we are owners of a company that's called Mystic Lands Journey. Mystic Lands is an experience travel company that helps people get there. And of course, with the help of Natalie and all of her RETW travel. Did I say it correctly or did I miss it? Is the real estate
Real estate tours worldwide. Yeah.
Real estate tours worldwide. We are offering an opportunity for people to visit Costa Rica, and I think that Natalie had the link, and we're going to be sharing the link on how to get access to this particular opportunity. But the way that we've set it up is $1,550 per person. Gets you transportation within the country, the stay within the country, and we want you to fall in love. That's our goal. We want you to go and see and discover all the beautiful places that we have. So with that, we're going to have some activities that are included also within this price. So the surprise is that we are based on double occupancy. So if you do book with your significant someone or your trusted partner, instead of paying $1,550, you'll get a credit back of $500. So with $2,600, you can both travel. And hint, what's awesome is that if you do decide on purchasing a property with us, you get a reimbursement of $2,000. So it's more of a lead magnet. We want you to go and fall in love with the country and see how this can fit your portfolio. But that is all. Thank you very much for allowing me to share this. To me, it's a passion, and I'm very happy to be able to share with you guys here with Natalie. So great. Travel with us.
Sorry, I was a bit late. I got a bit, yeah.
What's up?
I'm connecting again. Go ahead.
There you go. No worries. So yeah, just for contact purposes here, you can reach us at herencia@homes.com, or you can reach me directly at the WhatsApp 407-590-9561. It's a US number, but it's a perfect WhatsApp number, so you'll get me directly. Check us out, DreamUpProperties.com.
Yeah, and we'll have all your links in the description as well, just in case.
Yes.
And it will be available in the recording.